Hi everyone, Richard Tawes here from Weightlifting Scotland, just looking to provide you with another members update. The main points from today's update will be shared on our social media platforms, so be sure to follow us there for all the details. Similar to the theme of previous updates, I'm delighted to start off by saying that we've had a fantastic start to the year, with many competitions being held between February and June. And that includes some virtual events to club competitions, the British University Championships and the new Home Nations and Army competition. And we'd like to extend a special shout out to the Scotland team for winning the junior and under 23 section of the Home Nations. Also looking to congratulate Maddie Rocher for her performance at the IWF World Youth Championships. We're all excited to see what you're going to achieve next. Further, I'm delighted to update that our board member Matthew Byers is now part of the latest cohort of the Sport Scotland Change Lives Champions Learning Programme, and we're looking forward to seeing the impactful work that will come from that initiative. If I look at the ranking list, it's great to see that we are coming up close to 300 members on our rankings at the moment, with of course many more competitions to come, Weightlifting Scotland events and others. So please check our website for all the dates, details and locations of Weightlifting Scotland events. I'd also at this time like to extend a big thank you to Alex Phillips for all of the work that he does behind the scenes, keeping the records and rankings updated for us. I'd like to turn attention to focus on three big items on this update. Firstly, the Commonwealth Championships, which are scheduled for Fiji in September. Now, most members are aware that the only revenue stream that Weightlifting Scotland have is via the membership fees, and we as directors and custodians of those funds at times have to make some choices on where we divert that funding. Now, unfortunately, on this occasion, we have decided that we will not be sending a team to the Commonwealth Championships this year. Whilst we appreciate that will come as a disappointment, the reality is that we as an organisation do not have the kinds of funds in place that would be required for this. And furthermore, whilst there remains uncertainty over the 2026 Commonwealth Games, other sources of funds which we could have tried to approach are currently closed or blocked until that's resolved. However, more positively, we do have the Celtic Nations on the 2nd of November to look forward to, this year being hosted in Wales. And of course, Scotland are aiming to make it 3 wins in a row at the Celtic Nations. So the cut-off point for squad selection via the rankings list will be the 30th of September, and invites for the team will go out after that. Then only a few weeks later we'll have the Scottish Seniors, this year being hosted directly by Weightlifting Scotland, and that's set for the 30th of November, taking place at the Sport Scotland National Sports Training Centre in Inverclyde. Now for this event we will invite the top 3 from each weight class after the rankings cut off on the 30th of September, provided they have met the qualification standards for the competition. Where there are any additional spaces, they will be offered to those closest to the top 3 in their weight class, again subject to having met the qualification criteria. So we're aiming to have 60 lifters compete at this year's Scottish Seniors. We've also secured some accommodation packages for the venue, and we'll be sharing details about those to you as soon as possible. Now, looking at the club competitions, it has been wonderful to see more and more events now popping up. And what I'd like to do is just take this opportunity to highlight those to make you aware of them. So Marvellous Weightlifting will host a first timers competition on the 22nd of June. Forth Valley are hosting an open the next day, 23rd of June. Inverness Olympic are holding a summer lift-off, which will also raise some funds for Cash for Kids on the 30th of June. Glasgow CrossFit Spartans will hold their SummerSlam event on the 13th of July. The Glasgow Open will be held at Team Cavanagh on the 27th of July, and Broxburn Strength and Fitness are hosting 2 competitions, the first of those being the Scottish Club competition on the 11th of August and the BSF Open on the 22nd of September. So good luck to all of the clubs and the lifters at these events. Just a reminder, of course, that whilst it's great that more lifters will get the chance to experience being on the platform, only results from competitions which get uploaded to Sport 80 can be considered for the rankings lists. So turning my attention to behind the scenes at Weightlifting Scotland, we've made some investment in acquiring 5 training platforms, and we will take delivery of our own 4x4 competition platform in the next couple of months. Alongside that, hopefully you'll have now seen some of the new branding, including the pop-up banners, the big wall display, and of course our new tablecloths. Other than that, of course, we've been using the new competition software, and despite some teething problems, it has definitely led to an improvement in how we run our events. So a further thank you goes out to those of you who have subscribed to the Weightlifting Scotland YouTube channel. It was great to see that go live on June the 8th at the Masters, and it will help us to provide a much better live stream experience for you all in the future. At this point, there's a good chance to offer our thanks to Sarah Ann Duncan for all of her work in getting the branding, the social media and the live streaming up to this point. So thank you, Sarah Ann. I'm also delighted to share with you and announce that in the month of May, we achieved our milestone of 500 members. So again, thank you all for your support in making that happen. At the time, that was an ambitious goal that we set in 22, and it is fantastic to see it realised now. Looking back on the previous December update, we had mentioned that we are continuing our journey to seek re-recognition with Sport Scotland, and I'm delighted to share that we submitted our first draft application in January, and that we also submitted then our second draft in May, and of course we'll keep you updated on our progress there. So I hope you'll agree that we've got some exciting times ahead, not just the next 6 months, but when we consider all the way through to 2025, as Weightlifting Scotland next year will host the Scottish Open, the Scottish Seniors and the Celtic Nations. So I would like to set the ambitious goal now of having 100 lifters compete at next year's Scottish Open. We're also hoping to have discussions with British Weightlifting about bringing a BWL event back to Scotland for 2025 as well. So I know I'm going to come across as biased, but genuinely I believe that as an organisation and as a wider weightlifting community, we are improving things month by month. So that's all for now. As always, please get in touch if you have any questions, queries or comments. Thank you once again for your support, and together we will continue to grow the sport of weightlifting in Scotland. Thank you.